Hi, this is Jason Major with Biblical Cinematic Universe, and today I'm reviewing the movie The Nativity Story, starring Keisha-Castle-Hughes as Mary, Oscar Isaac as Joseph, and then Ciarain Hinds, who played Steppenwolf in the Justice League movies, both versions, the theatrical cut and the director's cut. And he plays King Herod. And Catherine Hardwicke is the director, and this movie came out in 2006. And I think that since 2006, it came out a couple years after Passion of Christ was a big hit. And this movie was not a big hit, but I think at the time it was because it was just, a nativity story with actors that were not as well known. But I think it's become a family favorite because it is a good movie. It tells the Bible story with some historical context woven in an entertaining way. So for examples of non-biblical stories that are in here that are, make sense to the story, the Bible story, you have a lot of kind of context going on with, like, for example, Mary sells goat cheese for her mom and her parents and her dad, right? That makes sense as something she might have done to support her family. Her working in the fields, her getting water from a well, you know what I mean? You see the King Herod soldiers demanding taxes and the tension that's in the town because of that. You see King Herod and his kind of constructing the temple and how he kind of looks at the temple and goes like, no, I want this as well. That's an historical context, not in the Bible nativity story, but historically accurate context, right? Another interesting thing, without getting into spoilers, because I want you to enjoy this movie, is like the 4-day journey from Bethlehem to Bethlehem, right? So you have the 4-day journey to Bethlehem and the different things that might have happened, traveling with a caravan or crossing a little river, like a little river creek, you know what I mean? Those different kind of things that might have happened during their 4-day journey while Mary is pregnant. Those are all things that add to this movie and make it kind of like feel more real than a lot of other Bible movies about the Nativity before their time did, when they're more da-da-da, 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 paint by numbers. That's what the da-da-da means. And so I think that's good. Now, I also, the wise men is a major subplot in the story. The shepherds are kind of secondary characters in this movie, but the wise men have a huge subplot. It is the 3 wise men, spoiler alert, even though three wasn't the number in the Bible, but historically and traditionally, a lot of people think it was 3. The 3 wise men are in this story, and they have their own storyline, of course, with King Herod. The way the movie starts, I don't think is a spoiler, but it starts with, like, the idea that King Herod is going to go kill all the babies in Bethlehem or whatever. And they use that as a dramatic tension to begin the movie in an interesting way, I think. And then you kind of flash back to the actual, everything else that happens. And then you wrap around that as kind of the ending of the movie as well. The movie begins with a title sequence that kind of like scrolls down, like, I guess like Star Wars and other Bible movies, where it scrolls down and tells you some context. And over, I think it's O Come, O Come, like you hear a kind of a Christmas song, like O Come, I think it's O Come, Emmanuel. And I think that was done to get you kind of into the world. That was cool. That was well done. And I think that Oscar Isaac, now that I know who he is, rewatching this movie, I really liked his performance in this. He's very gentle as Joseph. He's very caring. He's very kind, even when he doesn't understand what's going on with Mary. There are also some believable chemistry moments between Joseph and Mary, where they're kind of sharing their feelings and their kind of fears about, well, this baby, what does this all mean, right? That's kind of very interesting. Now, I wish that Mary would smile more in this movie, but she does smile. It's just that the actress, she's not my favorite actress as Mary, but she does a good job of portraying the human emotions of kind of the worries and doubts that this version goes through. King Herod is great. Ciarain Hinds is great as King Herod. He's evil. And like I said, I would say that this is a well-done movie that you would enjoy with your family of any age. It goes around briskly. It's under 2 hours long. I give it a 7 out of 10. I was going to give it a 6, but I'm feeling generous. I think I'll give it a 7 in comparison to other movies. Check out the Nativity Story if you haven't seen it. It's a great nativity movie that you'll enjoy. All right, next time on the Biblical Cinematic Universe, we'll see you then.